Trackmania is very fast, very quick. You see a turn coming up, you need to prepare it in split seconds. Every millimetre on the track counts. You have to maximise every corner, you have to minimise all your errors. You need to be good on the grass, you need to be good on the dirt, you need to be good at ice, and risk where there is a lot of reward. I live in Portugal. It's a nice little tight-knit town. Everyone who grows up in the schools here sort of stays around here. A nice town to live in for sure. Nice and peaceful. So I live with my mum. She's a single mum. She brought me up ever since my dad left around when I was like 6 months old. When I first started playing Trackmania, yeah, it was unlike any other racing game I'd ever played. It was on Nintendo. We play it on the way to football each weekend, and I was totally obsessed with the game. Just getting better, improving times, playing against these people from Holland, France, Germany. It was quite interesting to try and be the best. The first time I sort of saw competitiveness in the game was, I think, 2012. The ESWC 2012 was coming around the corner, and my family sort of didn't realise it was an actual event. So I said, I'd really like to go, but I think I was 13 at the time, 14. But watching it was unbelievable. Watching Spam, Carl, Tween, it really spurred me on. And yeah, 2014 was the year it sort of all clicked. In 2014, I joined a team and decided to start practicing. Then suddenly times were just coming. I was getting near world records. The consistency was somehow there as well. 2015 ESWC, the first LAN event I ever went to. I had no thought of even having a chance of winning it. I thought I'd try and give it my best, have a go, show what I can do online, offline. The nerves you feel going on stage for that one was so nerve-wracking. I've never done anything like it, and suddenly there's 3,000 people watching you play a game that you love and enjoy, and it is a terrifying moment. So this is my bedroom where all the gaming happens. This is all the memorabilia that I have as well. We can see my first ever medal at the esports World Cup in 2015, where I came second. And then we have the second place at the Zarator Cup, where I played against Carl Jr. and his teammate Bren, and we narrowly missed out on winning this tournament. To lose the final was a shame, but to have such a close final against Carl and Bren was unbelievable in itself. I feel like there is a rivalry between me and Carl. I mean, it's more of like if we're playing against each other, I think there is something inside of both of us that we want to beat each other. We know that is our main other competitor.
The thing is with Tom is that there are very few players that can beat me on a good day. As a threat, as a competitor, obviously I consider him as actually my top threat, like for the last 5 years. But when I really started to notice him, like, wow, that dude can really destroy me, it was at the ESWC 2015. It was his first LAN, and he arrived. He played terrible, like the first matches. He was really bad. I'm sorry, Tom, but you were terrible.
It's the grand final of the ESWC 2015 Trackmania 2 Stadium World Championship. PAC from United Kingdom, and this is PAC's first offline event.
And then second round, third round, then he got a bit of the experience in the LAN atmosphere. And then he reached the final through the lower bracket. And I was like, okay, Tom really improved this whole tournament. He can win. And then the final started, and he won the 2 first rounds. And I was like, no way you're doing this.
And as long as he doesn't mistime this turn, he should be able to be in front of Carl Jr. through the last jump. PAC will take first. PAC will not make any mistakes, and he will finish once again at first place.
Carl has many world records. He can do a time like 0.3 of a second faster than everyone else. He gets to a world final, you know he's going to perform. He's always done it ever since 2012. He has the ability to just flick a switch. I think it's just that sort of pushes you to do your best when it matters, and he seems to be able to do that in every single final that he gets to.
I still got the edge over him, but it was close. It was a good match.
It's definitely good to have Carl as a sparring partner, because he's someone at your level and always pushes you to do more and to be the best person that you can be in these events. Yeah, I think having the opportunity to play against Carl and train with Carl all the time is something that really pushes me to the top of my game. Because he is the greatest of all time when it comes to Trackmania. He is Trackmania, I'd say.
In the LAN tournament, the first time he did beat me was his world champ title in 2016. I was dominating the tournament, and then he destroyed me in the final, and then he became the world champ, the first British world champ.
Winning my first trophy was a special moment. To bring something back home that was that big, and have something to say that you were the best, and that was your moment. I feel like it meant something definitely a little bit special.
Yeah, obviously it's a huge moment, because I was really dominating the last 3 years since I won the 13, 14, 15, and then he took the 16. So he ended up my times as the world champ, and he got what he deserved. He's a monster.
I knew when we were younger playing, he'd always beat me against my brother, and back then I knew that he'd be very good at any racing game. He really continue to enjoy playing the game, continue to conquer the game, and hopefully come in that top spot.
Future of Trackmania is looking very bright at the moment. With the release of the new game, Trackmania 2020, the viewership increased a lot more. In the future, if this keeps happening, I mean, we might be able to get sponsors in the league, and that's kind of my hope, because it would be nice to carry on playing this game and trying to be up there with the world's best. I would need to win a lot more tournaments to be as status wide as Carl Jr., because he's won so many. He's been around for the last 9 years, and he's been in every single final and won the majority of the finals that he's been in. So I would need to do a lot more of that over the next few years, even to even have a chance of becoming a name like Carl Jr.
We've been at the top for the last 5 years, I'd say. Like almost every tournament that we play, we're reaching the final together. He's a really nice guy, and it's really cool to have close fights with a guy you appreciate.